This is actually the second time this card's come up today, so I expect that a lot of people are experiencing grounding challenges. And the funny thing about grounding is that when we first go and experience like a spiritual awakening, our energy is not always grounded. We're like in the ether half the time, and we're like floating around, and we're like not wanting to come back down to earth. But it is so required in order to ground your ideas into physical 3D reality. Okay. But the interesting thing about that is we will we'll begin to channel so that we're not like feeling like we're flying out of our body in like some crazy anxious state, because that's usually one of the side effects of not being grounded, is we're like part of our spirit's off doing this and we're trying to be present here. But you're going to also fluctuate between gathering information from higher realms and then grounding it into 3D physical reality, and either teaching it to other people or building your own reality with that information. Whatever you do with it is part of your life path and sometimes part of your purpose, and it's something that gives you meaning. So that's important there. But any creation must be grounded, right? Any creation must be grounded. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to be able to either ground yourself or ground your ideas into focused action. Action is very important. Like a painter, even though they'll have the idea of a painting, they cannot paint without a canvas, and they cannot paint without a, gather of paints, whatever that, a gather of paints. And they cannot, like they need brushes, right? They cannot create what's in their imagination without grounding it. And that's a really good example. So also, if you are wanting to write a book, you cannot write a book without physically doing it. And it's that focus energy that you bring forward in order to do. Also, the balance of that, if you go too far that way, you're like do, and you forget to be present, right? So you want to make sure that you're balancing your presence and dancing with being and doing, so that you're gathering information from other realms and that you're bringing it down to physical reality and sharing it in whatever way you feel appropriate.